Well, hi everyone. Again, you know me by now. My name is Georgianne. I want to thank you for everything you have done for me today. You came on and to see me. I want to thank you for that. But you know what? I need your help. I need your love. I need subscribe, like, and ring that bell. Ring that bell. Ring that bell. The notifications. Hey, you know what? Today has been a great day for me. Because you know why? I am doing great today. My brain worked well today. No problem. Not a thing. I am so lucky today. Because I got to be with you today. You know, today I'm going to talk about how I started reading. You guys know that my oldest daughter, she told two teenagers my secret. These two teenagers, one was in Purdue, in Indiana, Purdue University. He was studying, oh, sorry about that. He was studying to be a pilot. A pilot. He wanted to be a pilot. I hope Sean is a pilot. I really do, because he deserved it. He deserved being a pilot. And Nicole, I'm not for sure what she wanted. She was a senior in high school at that time. You know, I wish I could meet these two people again. Maybe one of these days they'll be on my YouTube and say, hey, I know that woman. Well, I want to tell both of you, Sean and Nicole, thank you. Thank you for starting me to learn how to read and write. No, June was only 8 years old now at that time. In 3rd or 4th grade, I can't remember. And how she did that was because she could not do her homework. She was at my work because I was a single mom. And she had to come with me because I couldn't afford a babysitter. And at that time, I was working at Arby's in Indiana, in Fishers, Indiana. And when I told you about Bob McKinney, he let them to help me read. He gave him time to let us read together. What a blessing that is, guys. What a blessing. I hope one of these days I get to meet Bob again. It might not be here on earth. I'm hoping in heaven. But it's okay if I don't. But I want to tell you guys one thing. Them 3 people changed my life, just like my daughter June, and Nick and Tina, and all my grandkids. They have changed my life. I'm thankful for that. I'm on YouTube telling you what I've done to better myself. Well, I learned how to read. I'm not the greatest reader. I'm not. But I read. But, you know, when I first started, I told these guys how it happened was June was doing homework, and I know I got off the subject, but I'm getting back onto the subject. I'm sorry. My brain does that a lot. If you haven't noticed about the videos that I have going through, I go through different scenarios because my brain does that. I have no clue why. I have no clue. But anyways, June was doing her homework and she started crying. And Sean went up to her and said, June, what's wrong? I don't understand my homework. And they said, well, why don't you have your mom to help you? She said, I can't tell you, or my mom will get mad at me and I'll get in trouble. And he goes, oh, no, you won't. I won't let her. No, you won't. She said, my mom can't read. My mom can't write. Well, what Sean did, and I'm telling you what Sean did was a miracle itself. I mean, this guy, I say he was about 18, 19, because he got to be on the slicer, and you can't be on a slicer unless you're 18 or over 18 years old. He comes up to me with a piece of paper. I mean, a piece of paper, about like, I say about an inch wide. And he said, here's my lunch. Fix it. I was like, okay, what is it? He goes, fix it. It's on that piece of paper. Well, of course, I couldn't read it, and he walked off. And I'm like, okay, he's going to have to come back and get his food. No big deal. I'll just, make an excuse. He comes up to me. He goes, where's my food? And I says, well, you never told me what you wanted. He goes, it's on that piece of paper. I said, well, what do you want? And he said, you can't read? I said, no. He said, how do you do all the orders and fix the sandwiches? I said, I remember. He goes, your daughter just told me you can't read or write. I says, no, she's right. I can't. And he goes, and she's not going to get in trouble for it either. I said, what do you mean? He goes, she's crying in the back because she's afraid she's going to get in trouble for telling me that you can't read. Wow. I looked at him and I started crying. I said, I don't know what to do. He goes, are you willing to learn? I said, I would love to learn, but it's hard for me to learn. And he goes, why? I says, I was in the stress center and I told him this. I learned I couldn't read or write. He goes, so you went through high school and all the schools and you graduated? I said, yeah, I graduated from high school. And you don't know how to read and write? I says, no, I don't. He goes, well, I have a thing that we need to get you help. And I'm willing to help you this summer. I don't know if, he goes, I'll be going to Purdue in September, but this was June. So we had June, July, August. 3 months. Well, then Nicole came by and he said, hey, Nicole. And she goes, yeah, Sean. He goes, you want to help Georgianne with something? And she goes, they called me George at that time. You want to help George do something? And she goes, what do you mean? And I was crying by now. And Nicole said, are you all right? And Sean said, can I tell her? I said, yeah. She said, Georgianne can't read or write. And she goes, what? She's been doing sandwiches. She's been doing this. He goes, Have you noticed how Georgianne does everything? She remembers everything we do. She sees everything we do. She watches everybody. She watches what we need. And when she doesn't know it, she asks us. Was saying he goes, I had no clue. This girl can fake anything. And I can. I can fake my life. Because that's how had to live. That's how I had to do life. Is to fake what I'm doing and to do it my way. I had to learn everything my way. Learning disabilities and reading is one thing I have to say. I'm so thankful I can read now. I'm thankful that I have time in my life that I can read. Every morning I get up 3 hours ahead of time. I don't have to be at work till 10 o'clock in the morning. I get up at 6. You know why? Because I spend time with my Lord and read the Bible. That's what I do every morning. All because of 2 people, all because of 3 people. June, telling my secret, and the other 2 taking time out of their summer to help me. But God had a different plan too. See, these 2 people was Christians. Yeah, they was Christians. I didn't believe in God. I was raised a Christian. And at that time, I thought God didn't love me. He was gone out of my life. No, I was out of his life. God never left me. When them 2 took me to the library, and June went with us. June helped. June helped me read. My oldest daughter, June, helped me read. Nick and Tina, they always was reading. But they was younger. And they lived with their dad. That's a whole nother story. When June said, my mom can't read or write, that was a blessing. You know, them 2 and Bob, when Bob found out I couldn't read, he was like them 2. He goes, so what do you guys need? Here's some money. Go get some books. Go do whatever you need to do. And they said, well, Bob, we're going to the library and see what we can do. Well, we all met at the library, Noblesville Library in Indiana. And we read every week. We all made appointment. We was there, or we would get off work and we'd go right to the library, because we all worked together. And it was time for them to go to school and go to college. Oh, wow. Here I started to learn. And in the middle, I was going to be without anything. I was starting to read. Well, Sean goes up to the librarian and said, "Hey, is there any program out here that anybody that cannot read or write, is there any program out here to help them learn how to read?" She goes, "Well, they're starting up," and this was in the 80s. I say about 86, 87, because, yeah, close to the 90s. 90s, yeah. They go, "I'll tell you what, they're starting up here in Indiana. It's called a literacy program. We need volunteers, but we also need people that wants to learn." And they looked at me, they says, "Well, do you want to get signed up now?" I said, "Let's sign me up. Let's go. I don't want to not learn how to read." So they signed me up. Oh yeah, I was in a literacy program. Best thing I'd ever done. One of the best things I'd ever done. See, if you want to learn, you can learn. I learned my way. I didn't know at that time was my way. I was learning how to do my ABCs. Yeah, ABCs, people. What a miracle. What a miracle that God put people in my life. June, Nick, Tina, Sean, Nicole, Bob, Georgia, Georgette, Karen, and a lot more others that helped me along the way to read and to write. Because without that, I couldn't crochet. Without that, I wouldn't have been able to do math like I do for crocheting. Everything deals with reading, math, everything deals with reading. Wow, you just said something. Everything deals with reading. Because two, TWO, is a word. Two. One, ONE, is a word. One. You know, everything deals with reading. How I got through life? Well, it's easy. Real easy. Fake it. Yeah, you can fake it or make it. Well, I faked it and I made it. Not my way. I had to rely on people to get me through places. I had to rely on people to help me get my job done. I'm done with dumb. I can read. I can write. I can crochet. And I'm going to be right back because I got to get that crocheting, and I'll be right back. I am back. Sorry about that, but hey, I want to tell you, I have it big. See how big it is? See how big this basket is? It's awesome. It's awesome. And I'll tell you, my daughter-in-law, yeah, my Christmas tree is still up. My daughter-in-law loves it. I can't wait to get it done. I can't wait to get this done. See how beautiful it is? I'm telling you, I did that. I did that. And now I'm going to get ready and make her sweater. What a miracle. Are you done with them? Because I am. When you learn something, you accomplish something. When you sit around and wishing you can do things, it's not going to get done. When you think, I don't know, well, you don't know. You will never know if you don't know. What are we today? Are we, I don't know? Or are we going to be someone? Everybody needs to be done with dumb. This brain that God gave us is a computer that nothing can ever duplicate it. God doesn't make anything that is not beautiful and made well. We destroy it. We destroy our own selves. You know? And I've been looking. Where's my love, people? Where's my love? I love you guys. I need subscription. I need somebody to subscribe, like, and tell me what you think about me. Please tell me what you think about me. If you tell me, hey, you know, you don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I don't. But challenge me. Challenge me. Because I'll tell you what, learning is the best thing that ever happened to me. Learning is the best thing that happened to me. Reading is the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm reading the Bible. And I thought I never, ever could. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, June. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Tina. And thank you, Georgette and Georgia. Thank you, Bob. Because without these people that's been in my life for a long time, and there's also a special people else I'm going to say right now. She's my friend. And then there's another person, Chris and Kendra. Them two has encouraged me to do what I need to do. They encourage me every time. Kendra, I call her my sister. She knows me better than I know myself sometimes. Because she'll look at me, she'll say something because I'll call her up and say, hey, sis. She'll say, hey, sis, what? I said, I'm thinking about doing a YouTube. She says, well, then do it. You got something to say, do it. And you know what? She's right. I'm glad I'm doing it. Don't ever think you can't do nothing. Don't ever think that your job is more important than you to learn. Because it's not. It's not going to get you nowhere. It's getting everybody else somewhere that you work for richer. Yeah. Anybody that you work for is getting rich off of your knowledge. And if you stay there, hey, like 45 years doing salads or, you know, like I said, what have you learned? You know, I've learned a lot in my field, like I said Sunday. Crocheting, I've learned that through my Aunt Judy and my grandmother, and also YouTube. There's a lot of people on YouTube that shows you a lot of things. Patterns. If you want to build a building, I bet you can learn off of YouTube. I really think so. Because YouTube has got everything. I bet you can even learn how to read on YouTube. I bet you can learn how to do math on YouTube. You know, there's a lot of people in Oregon that are homeless and on drugs. Well, I was homeless with my daughter June, and I was on drugs. Thank God for a wonderful Christian man, a pastor, that got me off of it. God is the one that did it, but he had somebody to help. I'm thankful for learning how to read. I'm thankful to learn how to write. I'm thankful that I am actually crocheting and making things. I'm telling you what, making this is the black yarn that I'm using. Making this, everything I have done, makes me happy. Making my bread for people that orders makes me happy. Make yourself happy. Do something for yourself that would better you. I'm not going to stay on here like I did the other night because I was really upset that Sunday night. This is Tuesday, January the 17th. Man, you know what? January is almost gone. The first month of the year is almost gone. Where has the days gone? As you get older, it goes faster. Boy, do I know that. Being 65, the days are going fast and fast and fast. But you guys, you gotta help me. I need the love. I need your love. I need subscribe. I need you to subscribe on my YouTube. I'm going to be starting to do, like I said, I am going to start showing disability people learning disabilities. Everything else. Hey, who knows? I might even ask people that can't hear, can't see, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to lead this. But I do know one thing. I bet you 10 times out of 10, most everybody that is disability is people. They're people. We're people. I'm not a label. I'm not a label. You are who you are. Love who you are. Be who you are. Make something out of yourself. Be done with dumb. You are special. I'm special. Everybody's special. At work today, I see everybody at work struggling to figure out what they want to do. Or they've been at the job for years and years and getting nowhere. You only can go so far in a company unless you own it. And when you own it, you can do whatever you want because you got people working for you that's making you money. I have a cousin. Well, remember I told you I have a cousin that has 4 businesses. I talked to him on his birthday, and he was in Florida with his mother-in-law and father-in-law in Florida. Why can he do that? Because guess what, people? He's got people working for him to make his money. Yeah, if I was smart enough, I'm being honest, if I was smart enough, like my cousin, I'd be owning my own business. I have a business, the Vegetarian Village. But I am not capable of running my books. I am not capable of keeping track of inventory because of my learning disabilities. I know that. I will have to hire people to do that. My cousin has CPAs. He has people running his business. What I said, he has a CPA that runs his business. He has people doing his business, and he is playing the card of I'm the owner. And he is. He's the owner. Because it says Jack Kane Incorporate, Kane Mason. You know what he does? He builds building like Walmart, LA Fitness. I can't tell you what all he does. But he's a Mason. He learned it from his dad, Uncle Jim. And my Uncle Jim learned it from my grandfather. And my grandfather learned it from my grandmother's father. Generations, you learn things. Jack has built him a multi-million-dollar industry because he learned different ways of what he wanted to learn. It took him a lot of years. But he did it. And I can do it. I'm doing it. I'm on YouTube. And if I don't make it on YouTube, it's okay. I will make it somewhere else. Because that's my goal. My goal is to tell people how much it is worth learning than not to learn. So I want to tell you, this is going to be short. I just say this tonight. Start thinking about what you want to do in life. Like I told you the other day, make goals. I'm going to get this first basket done so we can get the other two done. And then I got to start another, like I told you. I have other projects to do. I got to get busy and get this done. Comfort is not in my vocabulary word. So you guys have a beautiful, bright, gorgeous evening. And remember, I need your love. I need your love. I need your love. I know, I'm silly, but that's okay. That's who we are. But always remember this. Be done with dumb. D. Done. You. Understand. M. Make something of yourself. B. Be yourself. I'm saying it again. D. Be done with dumb. You. Understand yourself. M. Make something of yourself. B. Be yourself. We all have to be done with dumb to get where we want to get to. If you want to stay at the same job, then go ahead. But is that going to make you any money? Is it going to make you happy? If it makes you happy, then stay there. But if you come to work and say you don't want to, I wish I wasn't here, then you're not happy. If you come into work and say, hey, I am so glad I got to be here today, you're happy. If you come in and say, oh, well, I had to be here today because they called me in. Well, you always can say no and do something that you need to do for yourself. Understand yourself. Make goals tomorrow. Even if you get out of that bed and say, hey, I got to do laundry. Get it done. Be done with dumb. You are a great person. I'm a great person. I might not be the greatest speaker, or I might not be the greatest learning, but I'm getting there. I'm pleased with myself so far. I have learned a lot, and I have read my Bible. I do a lot of, my Bible is my number one thing I read. But again, if you don't believe in that, that's okay. But like I said the other night, give God a chance. You'll be surprised. I was. But you guys have a beautiful, bright, gorgeous evening. I'm glad I got to see you tonight. Please, please subscribe, like, comment, and notification bell. So you can know, so you know what I'm doing every day. I'll be, you know what? I hope I get to be on here every single day and interview people, everybody. That's what I need to do. Interview people that, hey, this is done with dumb. I can do a lot of things on this. I can ask doctors what they really wanted to do with their lives. I can ask nurses. I can ask anybody. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome? Lawyers, anybody. Oh my. Done with them. You guys have a beautiful, bright, gorgeous evening. I love you guys. Remember, love me. Give me love. I need love. Bye-bye.